Namaste, angels. I'm going to do my full moon in Pisces reading. So according to almanac.com, the full moon is on September 6th at 3:04 a.m. According to astronomy.com, the full moon is on September 5th at 3:03 a.m. So I guess it depends, in what hemisphere one is beginning when they, count the days. In any case, I'm going to read a little bit from astronomy.com. From the almanac, the Farmer's Almanac, and then go to the reading. So the September full moon is usually known as the full corn moon because it traditionally corresponds with the time of harvesting corn. It's also called the barley moon because this time is when barley is harvested, and there is ripened barley is what they call it, THRESH. Often the September moon is also called the harvest moon, but this year the harvest moon actually occurs in October. The harvest moon is the moon that falls nearest to the autumn equinox. This full moon provides the most light at the time when it's most needed to complete the harvest. So I've been telling you guys that a lot of stuff is happening in like October, November, and really a bulk of it in October. That's why I keep saying, like, by November, we should really be, like in a good place. And not that we have to wait until October or November, but just, a majority of us should really, really be in a good place because so many difficult energies and challenging energies are going to be released and removed from us. So again, like that Lilith is changing energy. She's going to be leaving Sagittarius and instead entering Capricorn. Jupiter in Scorpio begins in October. We have the harvest moon. Maybe we'll be harvesting relationships in October. And on the Hebrew calendar, it's another month involving love, between couples and with individuals and between individuals and the universe. So a really, really good time there. Just a lot of stuff happening. So, I definitely believe that by November, a majority of people will find their lives have gotten a lot happier, more peaceful, more, easier to navigate, basically. A lot of the challenges just gone. So in any case, some other traditional September full moon names used by the Native Americans include moon when the plums are scarlet. Scarlet meaning red. And it's the Lakota Sioux Native Americans who primarily use that name. Moon when the deer paw the earth. That's the Omaha Native Americans. And moon when the calves grow hair. The Sioux Native Americans call it that. Some moon folklore. Usually the moon rises about 50 minutes later each day, but around the time of the autumn equinox, it rises only 30 minutes later in the United States and even less in Canada. Frost occurring in the dark of the moon kills fruit buds and blossoms, but frost in the light of the moon will not. And my feelings on the moon, since it's a moon in Pisces and since the deacon ruled by Jupiter has a lot to do with it. I think Jupiter being the ruler also of karma and or luck. Some of us believe in luck. And Pisces and Neptune having to do with love and emotions and fantasy. I think that if you're on the right side of karma, and if you've been working on healing your energy and resolving, your karma and cleaning away any residual residue from it, from your past, or past lives, I think that you're going to see the effects of that. I think that it also has the potential. To go either extreme. Also has the potential to be somewhat toxic. Because we can be, excessively emotional maybe, and we could be experiencing some negative karma if we've made poor decisions and things, in the past and, not practice like the golden rule of doing unto others as you'd have do unto you. But I think for the most part, it's going to be positive for the divine union collective, for the illumined and the elect. And I think that because it occurs this week, and this week's love and general readings are both lit. Okay. So with that, I might as well go straight into this. I've got here my butterfly cards, my Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle, my energy cards by Alana Fairchild, I think this deck is by. And is this Sandra Ann Taylor? This might be Sandra Ann. Where's the box? Yeah, Sandra Ann Taylor, sorry. And my Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. So I'm going to start with the energy cards for our cross spread, beginning with number 38, or a nice 11. Archangel Raphael upright. Archangel Raphael, the governor of the heart chakra, or the fourth chakra as they call it here. Opening to hostilities. Maybe some instances of fighting one's own heart and the need to go within. Maybe some external hostilities with regard to choices you've made in love. Or maybe that what I was just talking about, the karma versus the love and emotion. The karma of Jupiter versus the love and emotion of Neptune and Pisces. Fourth chakra, strategy in reverse. So we haven't planned. Maybe we're just going with the flow. Fourth chakra, door to spirit in reverse. So some of us blocked, or feeling blocked at least, if we're not actually on a spiritual level, having difficulty connecting maybe to the universe and following our intuition and things of that nature. Feeling blocked, needing that energy healing I was talking about, fourth chakra upright back. And yeah, it looks like that may be the case because we have yin and yang here, card number 22 in reverse. So we're imbalanced. And maybe as it relates to love, sort of head over heels. And or, for some that could be head over heels. And for others, confused and needing to go within. Opening to card number 51, healer of the ages, Jesus the Christ. And he is now on the bottom. I'm going to cut. Patience, upright, card number 16. The overall energy is first chakra, Archangel Michael. The first chakra is the root or base chakra, other names for it. And when we get this card upright, it means, well, maybe first and foremost, Archangel Michael is here with us, helping us, protecting us, defending us, guiding us. The base chakra, root chakra, begins at the base of the spine, goes up your back. It's your support. It's your body's support. So it rules areas similar to that. It rules your support systems, your foundations, your stability. And when it's upright, things are going good in that area. Energy is flowing in that area in a positive way. And where you may have been having difficulty in the past, things easing up for you. So this card will represent the divine couple, the recent past, blocks to the union, and the outcome. Masculine's higher self, the near future. Let me move this. I don't think everything's in frame. what the feminine can do toward this situation, what the masculine can do. Of course, this is the period of at least like 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks. The overall focus in general, as is with the case with all full moons, is endings, which of course give birth to new beginnings. With every ending, there is a new beginning. Again, because of Jupiter, those endings and beginnings may have something to do with karma, your karma. And as far as Pisces and Neptune, well, now that card is coming back to me, the daughter spirit in reverse too. So I was talking about like the intuition and everything. You may not be clear. You may be feeling disconnected, basically. That can be Neptune. Neptune can make us like foggy and confused and paranoid even. So like I was saying before, it depends, I think, on one's emotional state and one's karma in a general sense. You know, how things are going to go in that area for them. Okay, so the divine couple. Woman holding a coin. Woman holding a coin is indicative of, you know, abundance, financial, material abundance on its way. It can also be in the form of an actual person who helps to facilitate this, an advisor or a loan officer or a creditor, you know, that's giving you credit, somebody in your immediate, you know, like your circle or something, who's going to loan you or gift you money. This can, of course, and it's in the position of the divine couple, can be you, can be your partner, coming through, you know, in addition to it representing the couple itself. And just, yeah, expect abundance one way or another. Can be coming through with earth signs too. This is coming through as like a pentacle right now. Recent past, action. Somebody has got moving one way or another on their life path. The near future. Victory in the mile, but not yet. Delayed. Maybe the other cards will show us why. Masculine's higher self. Angel of balance. I like that. And it's a top action. I'm really feeling like the masculine getting, you know, putting his ducks in a row, as they say. Having put his ducks in the row already. Blocks of the union. Anxiety. Doesn't that make sense? This, and be careful with this, because in this time, again, it can be just Neptune, you know, so think things through. Pay attention to your intuition, absolutely. And it may be heightened because of Pisces and because of Neptune. But at the same time, like, be careful you're not just like fantasizing, you know, for the too good or too bad, you know, and like, again, like I was saying, being paranoid and things like that. Like, make sure you're seeing things as they actually are, because Neptune can screw with us in that way. What can the feminine do toward facilitating movement or, you know, progress here for the union this week as it relates to this? Oh, man holding a coin is right here underneath woman holding a coin. This is the divine couple. I mean, this one represented the divine couple. And then here's the feminine. And she's coming through, I mean, with this card with the picture of the man on it, which is interesting because in the general reading for this week, the masculine was coming through as a female, or a female, you know, illustrated on the card, and the feminine coming through with a male on the card. So seeing that pattern again, but like, this is the divine couple as individuals I'm seeing too, with both being here, both man and woman holding a coin being here. And similar to what I said about the woman holding a coin, the man with a coin can be perhaps a male coming into your life, helping you to become more financially, materially abundant, or to give you advice in that area. It's definitely positive. When this card is in the upright, it is absolutely positive, and it is about material worth and or about the person themselves and what kind of traits or attributes they're exhibiting. I think that's so awesome. What about the masculine? What can he do? He's over this broken heart. See, his heart had cracked open, over something or a number of somethings maybe. And it needed to, right? That was a positive thing. Sometimes we have to go through this. The heart has to crack open in order to, learn the lessons and to truly feel, go through all the emotions that a heart can and understand. And that's when we truly can love. So he's done that already. And that time is on. So he's healed, he's learned, he's grown, and he's ready to move on. But there had been some anxiety. So we'll be getting over that. And that's why the victory hasn't quite come yet. It's here crossing this block to the union, the anxiety, and sitting next to, where a heart had been broken. So that explains the delay. And what about the outcome here? Decisions haven't been made. Adjacent possibilities in reverse. So here, there were all these different doors we could have gone through, and we didn't know which to pick. We've narrowed it down, and we've got one. Wow, I love that. I got another spread for us though. And it really makes sense, again, with this being the overall energy, this root chakra. All of this really, really makes a lot of sense and is encouraging and something to look forward to. Because we've been having, some of the energy from the full moons in the past has been intense in challenging ways. So now I want to do one. I think I want to do one from a perspective of love with my Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle, beginning with Message from Afar. And Message from Afar often comes to me about separation and or deceased loved ones. I pick up on a lot of people's loved ones trying to send them messages, the universe trying to connect with us. And that can certainly be right now, especially since that card came through before in reverse, the door to spirit, we were having trouble connecting and paying attention to our intuition, hearing it. But also this is about paying attention to you and standing in your truth and following your heart. That message from afar is deep within is what I'm feeling now. And, you're guided to listen to that. Opening to creativity. And this card for me represents the signs of Pisces and Aquarius. Pisces, because there's these translucent fish here trying to jump out of the water. And because this angel is standing in a big pool of water, the moon behind it in the tarot, Pisces is represented by the moon card. And then it also comes through as Aquarius because Aquarius is the water bearer and she's holding this vessel and she's got this star on her head and the star represents Aquarius. So when I pull this card for people, I go, somebody's a Pisces or an Aquarius. Creativity. This is also about creative ways to express ourselves too. And now here, opposite, expectancy. So beginning with dropping our expectations and our limitations on how we express ourselves as well. Because then when the universe wants to give you that help, and if you're holding on to if you're holding on to expectations, we limit the universe, like with our small minds, because we can't possibly conceive, with what the universe can bless us. So we got to drop that and allow it to show us, allow it to give us those messages from afar, plant them deep inside, and then we're going to retrieve them. And opening to meditation. So we can listen while in meditation. Expectancy. And inner child. This card also, see, deep within. This card also comes through to me with Aquarius. So there may be a need to do some communication. You know what? It's either the 5th, the moon, or the 6th. So in any case, Mercury going direct. So coming out of retrograde. So that may be a time for a majority of us to have improved communications, and we may want to do so electronically. Maybe that's why we're getting all this Aquarius here. But also, of course, this inner child, again, represents the need to go deep within. Expectancy. I'm going to cut. The goddess of the moon. This is about feminine energy of surrender, letting go, dropping those expectations, dropping everything about our control and allowing ourselves to be guided, opening up that door to spirit, flipping that card right side up again. And the overall energy here is going to be the golden path. So it's funny because in the beginning, we had that card, the 4th chakra, and Archangel Raphael. And for me, this card is all about like reaching him, specifically for that help with the heart chakra and that support, that love from him when he teaches us how to love other people, all forms of love, and how that is healing, for us as individuals, as couples, families, and the world. Love heals. So the golden path for me is like the yellow brick road, from the Wizard of Oz. And everybody knows, who's seen it at least, that when you get to the end of the yellow brick road, it means you've reached the Emerald City. And this card for me, when I look at it, it means we go down this path, and when we get to the end of it, we've reached the Emerald Ray. And Archangel Raphael is there waiting for us with his healing abilities. The feminine about herself during this period, the masculine as it relates to the feminine. This, for the most part, this cross is going to be from the masculine's perspective. And I do it from the masculine's perspective, not because I love the masculine more than I love myself or more than I love feminine in general. In fact, we both have masculine and feminine, and we need to love them equally. I do it from a masculine perspective because my viewership self-identifies 85% female. So the presumption of that, and based on the prophecies and everything, and the scriptures as well, the women lead in the beginning. So the feminine essentially leads in the beginning. And that tells me that out of that 85% female viewership, that for the most part, they are actually of the divine feminine persuasion. That means I only have a 15% male and or masculine viewership. And so if we want to get their perspective, I got to get it this way, because I can't get it necessarily from them directly. But good thing I get, I'm able to connect real good, real well. I'm going to move this up again. So the feminine about herself, the masculine about the feminine, and the masculine about himself. And then the masculine about the union. And overall, and the outcome here. What the masculine would have the feminine to do or surrender toward the union this week. This isn't, so as opposed to the other spread, this is not according to the universe, this is according to him. And what he is willing to do and or surrender toward the union not this week, during this period of the full moon, Pisces full moon energy. And what the universe would have the two of us to do and or surrender. Feminine, reflection. So looking back, looking at your present situation, looking ahead, and letting all of that, together culminate and be your guide. The masculine about you. You are his pathway, toward greatness and like the fulfillment of his destiny. He needs to go through this portal. There's the two, and they like one can't function completely without the other. They need this intertwining, and then they become infinite. They can go on forever. About himself. Answered prayer. Things that he's been working on, things that his desires are finally being fulfilled. His goals are finally being reached. Just like the card that I started with where I said, message from afar. And I said, if things hadn't been going exactly how, you would have wanted, you've been having some challenges, some difficulties, like all of that changing. And, so listen to what's going on inside, listen to the messages. Talked about another card too that was indicative of maybe we had some hard times before. Oh, the root chakra. Yes, absolutely. But all of that coming to an end. So that's for what the masculine's been praying. And he's getting his dreams. But you know what? What just came through? Like the bigger part of it is the fact that he's praying it all. Like he's become more spiritual. Some didn't pray at all before. They didn't see the sense of it. They didn't, see the purpose, the importance, the need. Because a lot of people have turned off or are turned off and have turned off to like institutionalized and organized religion, which is what God wants anyway, because he never wanted it in the first place. Nobody owns him. So this is all about freedom at the root. Because of that, a lot of the masculine, sort of had disconnected from even their own higher selves, not just a higher power in general, but their own higher selves. So that has changed. And that's what's allowing for so many other things to finally flow. The masculine about the union. Retreat. It's time for the two of you like this, as a unit. Even if you don't physically get to like run away, but it's time to like set some time apart for the two of you. A peaceful space, whatever that means. So again, it might not even be a physical place, but a peaceful space and time for the two of you. We've got these two like heart-winged shaped or angels sitting side by side, and more of these stars with the Aquarius. I think more of this communication, but also this one with the big butterfly on her belly. So it's like over the solar plexus. And of course the butterfly reflective of the endings and birth of something new. So releasing like his old self. The old me is dead and gone. And this is a new man. A new man with new beliefs and new belief systems. Really having let go of a lot of his old ideologies. And the overall abundance that opens the flow, boom. And this is why we had man and woman with a coin before. Because the abundance is about to flow to all of us. And has begun, male, female, masculine, feminine alike. And it's not just financial and or material. This shows up and says it's love too. And it's because we surrendered. See, this woman is nude, she's bare, she's gone down to, her most vulnerable state and just she let go of the expectations and allowed the universe to do for her instead. That opened the flow. Prayers being answered. What can the feminine do or surrender? What would the masculine have the feminine to do or surrender this week toward the union? Or at this period, I keep saying this week, during this period, birth. So again, allowing for new, like letting go of the past so that they can be new. We need that ending in order to be, in order for there to be a new beginning. So we don't want to harp on anything of old and hold grudges and all of that. If we've got any of that going on, we want to let go of all of that and allow for this birth is what the masculine is asking the feminine to do. Like, give him a chance to show that he is this new person, that it's not going to be the same. You know, don't come in with the old stuff. Let's start fresh. What is he willing to do and or surrender toward the union this week? Acknowledging, again, both halves of himself. Coming into this place of wholeness, having grown, having learned, masculine and feminine within him, that deep within, again, that message from afar, he's listening to it. And he's allowing those two beings within to come together as one, just like this. What would the universe have the two of us to do or surrender this week? Let go of fear. Let go of fear. Along with your expectations, put it all in the garbage. Take your fear, your ego, you know, the expectations, throw it all out. That's how we allow for the new. We can't carry any of it with us. So if you need to, reflect on it, forgive yourself, address it, forgive whoever else was involved, and then so that you can move on. That's why these are crossing here. And the outcome, boom. Universal heart, Jesus the Christ, divine masculine of all time, and can certainly represent the most unconditionally loving and healthy relationship that we could possibly have and what we want. And there you go. I'm going to do another spread now. So that was love. And the Angel Tarot, beginning with the Ace of Fire. Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. This can be about the brand new relationship that the masculine would have us surrender to. The brand new start, it's going to be a passionate start, right? This is all about our creativity, creative ways of coming together, of healing, you know, our past and becoming that one union. This can also be coming through because of, well, for one, somebody may actually be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or taking on those attributes, the masculine or the feminine. But also, this can be coming through because, again, on the 5th, Mercury goes direct in Leo. So it can be coming through because of that. And it can also be because whether the moon is the 5th or the 6th where you are, again, it's in that Deacon 2, which is ruled, that Pisces Deacon 2, which is ruled by Jupiter. And so Jupiter coming through, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. There's your fire. There's your, you know, your wands. But not only that, for me, at least, Jupiter also comes through with regard to the fixed signs. Leo. So there's your fire again. Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Maybe that's why Aquarius keeps showing up too, because of Jupiter, Jupiter's involvement. And also Taurus. Maybe that's why we saw some of the earth that came through in the abundance. Speaking of the earth, here is the Hermit and Archangel Raziel, representing the sign of Virgo. Spend time in quiet meditation. This is about our need to go deep within. Spiritual teaching and self-discovery. You're both the teacher and the student. This also can be showing up because now we have both. Now we have the current state of things, which is the month of September, for one, 9. 9 in numerology and means endings. It tends to mean endings. Full moons also mean endings. But 9 in angel numbers means humanitarianism, spiritualism, like getting to your spiritual purpose, your life's purpose, your soul's mission. 9 in supreme math means born. So it's that new beginning. Like there has been an ending already. And it came with 8. 8 means build, destroy. Like if either you're with us or you're against us. Either you're contributing, or you're ruining everything. So once that decision is made, then we get started, with something fresh and something new. Born, 9. So this can be this current period that we're in with the Mercury retrograde in Virgo, where it will go back to after the 5th, after it goes direct. It will, begin to head back toward Virgo and while in shadow, and not be completely over until September 19th. So this energy of the moon may carry us through that whole period. So right now you're getting both aspects of the Mercury retrograde, possibly. Mercury being Virgo's ruler as well. The Virgo and the Leo. Ace of Fire. And opening to the 7 of Water. This card is so Neptune to me because it's like I'm confused. I got all these choices. I'm fantasizing. I'm, seeing things that aren't there. I'm making too much out of stuff. I'm making too light out of stuff. A complex decision. The need to do research. Stop procrastinating. This can also be like one-night stands, too, that occur during this period because the Ace of Fire, very phallic, very sexual, and the 7 of Water tends to mean like one-night stands to me. 7 of Water. And renewal, Judgment. Judgment ruled by Pluto, representing Pluto, Scorpio. And death and rebirth, endings and new beginnings. Perfect. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction as it relates to relationships, romantic and otherwise. And that could be for some of us about what this decision is. Like where do I go with this relationship? We're at a crossroads. What are we doing? We got to decide now. As it relates to general, it is about judgment, overly judging yourself or other people. And as it relates to work, it can be about abundance. So we've seen a lot of evidence of that too. And now coming to unity, which is a 5, about change. But this is the High Priest or the Hierophant, all about commitments, marriage even, higher institutions, college and things like that, government buildings, legality, all that kind of stuff, but also about with whom we surround ourselves and making sure that those people are people of our vibration or higher from whom we can learn something. As it relates to renewal or judgment, the Hierophant and judgment together is like, with whom am I going to be surrounding myself? Whether it's your romantic relationship, your partnership, or other people that you may decide to keep near or that you may have to dispense with. That's what this is about. It's a big, where do we go from here? Renewal, I'll go one more. It's balance. Balance is Sagittarius, so more Jupiter. Okay? The need for balance and moderation. Cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. In the traditional tarot, and somewhat in this one, because this angel here, and Archangel Zadkiel, is holding a vessel and standing in water. So, the tarot practitioners say that it represents the sign of Sagittarius or other fire sign. For me, it often comes through as Aquarius. So yeah, both here but especially in the traditional tarot, it's very water bearer to me. And also it comes through Venus just by nature of being about balance. That's the scales, that's Venus for me too. So all of that coming through. Renewal, I'm going to cut. Five of Earth. Here's your fear. That fear that the universe wants us to let go of this week. Here it is. This can be fear surrounding money, but also in some cases, on the more positive, it can be about the wisdom to accept help from others and or uncertain self-employment. For me, it's also about fear of abandonment, fear of lack, whether it be financial or something lacking in a relationship. Overall energy is the Nine of Earth. Again, getting to know you, going deep within you, liking you, loving you, enjoying spending time with you, and enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. There's the abundance again, too. Masculine, very nice. The Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. This can, of course, be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer coming through. I felt a lot of like coming together, and in some cases even proposals, wedding proposals and things in the general reading when that card came up. And boom, masculine surrounded by the Nine of Water. So just like his prayers, he said, he admitted, acknowledged, his higher self did, at least his collective higher self in the other spread, that his prayers are being answered. This card says the same. This is wishes come true, dreams come true, answered prayer, a big yes from the minor arcana. Wow. And look at all this water. Pisces really showing up here. This is about his intuition being heightened and things that he's thinking about. The union, right? The Queen of Water, tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. This is about being nurturing, and often actually represents a Scorpio. But of course, it can be any of the water signs or anybody taking on those attributes. Here is the feminine, the King of Earth, more of the abundance, generous, professional, responsible, and practical is the King of Earth. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. King of Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Wow, surrounded by the Six of Earth, Libra, Taurus, and just unconditional love. This is pure, unadulterated, unconditional love for me. Gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities. Receiving a loan or paying off debts. And more, the masculine is all water and we're all earth. Hermit in the feminine subconscious. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Isn't that something? Crowning. The Five of Air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. This is about being conflicted. At the root. The Two of Water. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. How beautiful is that? At the heart of the matter. Strength. Here comes Leo. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. Instead, exercise some forgiveness and compassion. Beautiful. Wow. The only thing that sucks is the Five of Air. And the Five of Air to me is saying, right there in the center like that, it's saying that there's been, you've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. We've both caused, we both brought about the situation that we're now in. So now we both have to be who resolves it, basically. So I'm going to do the advice. If I had used these, I was going to begin with decisions. So I think it's pretty cool that we came to our outcome in the other spread was decisions or indecision in reverse. So like we've made that decision. From the butterflies to the masculine, memories. So maybe you've left something behind. You've allowed something that's over to end, to make way for a new beginning. But you can take your memories with you. That's healthy. Feminine, we're healing from the past. That's why we got to do this introspection. That's why the Hermit showed up here. Masculine, let go of your expectancy and allow the universe to help you to fulfill your dreams, your prayers. Feminine, relationship. But if you're having trouble in a romantic relationship or any other kind of relationship with another, then work on the relationship with yourself is what this means. And lastly, for the masculine, the world, the universe is about to remove you from a situation, ease you out of one situation and into another. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude in the path toward enlightenment. This situation may have involved 3 people. It may have been a karmic partner or something, and it is coming to an end. Universe helping you out. And we're ending with more fire for the feminine, the Page of Fire, outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Here goes that Sagittarius and that Leo again with a brand new opportunity for us. I hope that you guys enjoyed the moon reading. I'll be back next week. Namaste, angels.